Well, whenever you think about Royal Enfield, you think about the past, history, old designs, but this spanking new facility is the new home of Royal Enfield and their motorcycles. This new plant at Oragadam is where Royal Enfield steps into the 21st century with a new production line and new ambitions for the future.
Spread over 50 acres, Royal Enfield's new plant is a modern facility for a modern market. The plant is expected to churn out 250,000 motorcycles by 2014, and it already seems insufficient. That's more than double Royal Enfield's current production capacity. But if required, this new plant can produce as many as 5 lakh motorcycles. The new plant is capable of producing more motorcycles more efficiently, and it will also improve the quality of motorcycles. There's a new world-class paint shop, and it has a phosphating process for all the painted panels, which will improve durability of the motorcycles by offering better rust protection. There's also greater efficiency and consistency in the painting, as the paint shop uses robots to spray paint the parts with complete accuracy and minimum wastage.
A big addition here is the high-tech paint shop, but at the same time, Royal Enfield hasn't forgotten about the past, and you can see some magic, the old-style magic, happening here as well.
Painting the pinstripes by hand is absolute artistry, and Royal Enfield is rightfully holding on to this tradition. All bullets wear this pinstripe with pride, and eventually this process will also be done at the new plant at Oragadam. For now, the engines are brought fully ready from the old Tiruvittur plant and then mated to the bike at Oragadam.
From power tools that get the torque right and get it right every time, to workstations that offer, well, better ergonomics for the workers, this new plant is really quite modern and will offer bikes that are better and better condition for the workers.
That's not all. A computerized system tracks every part and every bolt that is added onto the motorcycle as it travels down to each one of the 20 stations on the assembly line. And finally, a motorcycle is ready. Eventually, the assembly lines will roll out one motorcycle a minute. And the first bike to be made at the new plant was a classic Desert Storm. And Siddharth Lal was on hand to ride it off the assembly line. We asked him what the new plant will mean for Royal Enfield and the Indian customer. Most importantly, we started off with the waiting period.
So my ideal waiting period would be, I would say 0, because I want to serve a customer immediately. A few weeks is something that the customer is absolutely willing to wait. So if you order today, get it by the end of the month, the guy is really happy. So, I mean, if you can bring it down to a couple of weeks, I think we'll be delighted with that. We took this opportunity of creating this new plant, like I said, not just to create capacity, but to create a new way of working for Royal Enfield. So the quality levels, the productivity levels, which we've been able to accomplish here, we've also fed them back into our Tiruvittur plant. So the entire game has been raised to absolute global levels. I would say even the next phase of growth up to 250,000 and maybe even a bit beyond, is served extremely well with our current portfolio of motorcycles. The Continental GT is coming out, which is attracting an enormous amount of attention, and that should also sort of, get us, sales and improvement in the brand overall, and more people coming into our showrooms. They might buy whatever bike, but that draws people in. We want to be in the long term, we want to be present globally. But having said that, what we need to do is actually take a few markets, like you're saying, and go deep in them. So right now we're exporting 40 countries, but some of them are selling 30 bikes, some 200 bikes, some 500 bikes, but that's not exciting for us. What we want to do is get really deep, become a player of significance in certain markets.
Well, it looks like Royal Enfield is ready to make big strides forward, and Indian motorcyclists will be the biggest winners here.